Some funding is provided by John A. Cook, Certified Public Accountant at 105 East Main Street in Westfield.
The Chautauqua Integrated Delivery System. Our community of doctors is pleased to announce their affiliation with Senior Choice. Senior Choice fills in where your Medicare coverage leaves off.
Fairpoint Communications, formerly C&E Telephone, providing telephone, internet, and data services, is proud to fund this broadcast of Senior Report.
Some funding is provided by State Senator Catherine M. Young.
Absolute Care of Westfield, committed to returning the favor to those who have spent a lifetime caring for others. Located on 26 Cass Street in Westfield, New York.
Some funding is provided by the Lakeview Hotel and Restaurant, located on Water Street near the lake in Mayville.
Live from the Chuck Kelsey Television Studio at Access Channel 5 in Mayville, it's Senior Report with Reed Powers. Call in and participate in Chautauqua County's only live call-in senior program. Share a thought or wish someone a happy birthday. Saturday mornings between 9 and 10 a.m. And now, here's Reed Powers.
And good morning. What a beautiful, beautiful day it is here. The sun is beaming down, the birds are chirping, and it's 25 degrees. It's a wonderful time, and the jolly time of Christmas is here upon us. People are putting up their trees. We put up our trees. Our tree usually 2 weeks before Christmas, maybe a little bit more, and we all celebrate with an old Irish tradition, and that is oyster stew. The Irish would they loved the oysters. They were surrounded by them, and they were pretty poor, so they'd go out and dig up some oysters, and they found they were delicious as they made a stew out of them. And of course, that's where the oysters came from in your stuffing. Old Irish tradition. So we will have oyster stew tonight, and I will stop and pick up some Amish bread, and we're going back to that bank I mentioned last week. For seniors, I do not promote people, and this is not an advertisement, but seniors, it's pretty hard to get any money. Your savings are being killed. You're getting no COLA, so you'll wind up with, and you've already lost 50% of your purchasing power in the last 6 years, so you're going to wind up living in your children's damp basement and eating cat food, because that's what the Congress is designed the program for. Meaning they basically are taking away all your income, and they say, well, we're in trouble with Social Security. No, you're not. There's $10 trillion in the Social Security Trust Fund, remember? You were going to make that up, remember, when you embezzled it all? No problem. I think we should take it first right out of the salary of everybody who's in Congress, and anybody who's ever been in Congress who's still alive, out of their retirement salary. In the meantime, seniors, where's AARP? Where are the people that should be shouting and yelling that seniors are being dumped into penury? Well, one thing you can do is get 3.25% on your money, guys. Yep, CCB, which is Cattaraugus County Bank, which is over in Dunkirk in the DNF Mall, has been running an ad. You've seen it on TV, but I'll remind you. You can get 3.25% on your checking account up to $25,000. Who has that much? But you get 3.25 instead of that nothing you've been getting, and that'll help out. If you do have some money, open an account in your 2 children and your wife and yours, and that's $100,000. That's 3.25. That's another $3,000 plus dollars in your income. Check it out. And if you ever do take an account over there, Cattaraugus County Bank in Dunkirk, mention Reed Powers. They will give you $10, give me $10, which will apply toward our programming. You can be a supporter of public television and senior citizens just by mentioning that you heard about it from Reed Powers. I referred you there. And I'm telling you, 3.25% ain't no laughing matter. People are getting like 0.1% in their checking accounts if they're lucky. All right, guys, enough of that. No more ads for CCB. But I do have a lot of interesting stuff going on. You've been watching the TV. It's madness out there, of course. I can't believe what I see on TV. You know, the great Prince of Peace, who got the Nobel Prize for Peace, has doubled the number of troops over in Afghanistan a few months ago, and now he's upping them 50% more. He's going to run in there. Since the days of, I think it was Peter or Constantine or Peter the Great, I don't know, they have never been able to basically domesticate the tribes who live up there in the mountains, and here we are, after Russia had gone bankrupt, with over 12 years of trying to win a war over there, finally gave up and ran away with their tail between their legs, and that led to their bankruptcy ultimately. The money they were spending on it, and they had hundreds of thousands. Here we are going over there to tame these folks. My answer is get out, not next week, but tomorrow. Just pull him out, say goodbye. Karzai is hated by the whole country. He's our puppet we put in, they say. He's our minion. And he cheated on the election, managed to re-elect himself by loading the ballot boxes, which is still going on. The people hate him. The whole country hates us. And here we are getting our kids blown away, spending $1 trillion a year on this war, and we're sending more over. Give me a break, Obama. No wonder everybody says you're cheating. Okay. That's one thing you don't see too much about, I might add, the war itself. You know, the war, which is still a disaster in Iraq, has just disappeared. You try to find anything on television about it. All the majors have cut it. The only people who are happy about the wars, incidentally, are the manufacturers of arms, tanks, planes, ammunition, helicopters, and all the stuff that makes people very, very rich. And they are cleaning house. You've seen how Halliburton's been making out. You can't go wrong if you're a big, powerful, rich industrialist. This war is for you. If you're one of the grunts, you're lucky to come back alive without some part of you blowing off. All right, enough said. What else do you see on the TV? Well, we see the governor's called another session of the New York State Assembly and Senate to pass more taxes and theoretically make a few cuts. Yeah, they're cutting things that are critical. You're having higher taxes, and like seniors, your lighting license, it's not a tax, sir. Yes, it is. It's gone up 400%, with $5 up to $20 for the senior license. I tell you, everything's going ape in this state. They tell me that our gas bills are going to go up. I got a notice from Natural Gas that there's a new tax passed on gas that you use to heat your house. Yep, you're going to have a $31 extra cost on average gas bill in New York State. Hey, love it, don't you? The people, no wonder the state's population is dwindling rapidly. People are hiking up their skirts, and they are running out of this state. Industry's running. There is no bringing new industry into this state. Not with the taxes. We had the highest taxes in the world a few years ago, last year, and they just, how did they solve that? Well, you just upped the taxes 20% more. God help us. Oh, brother. All right. And, of course, the tobacco taxes have just jumped like umpteen%. The federal government's just passed a huge tax. You can't roll your own anymore either. The price to roll your own tobacco went from $10 to $40. Tax. Yeah. You won't be able to drive your car before long after the taxes they get finished. Enough said. Locally in Chautauqua County, everything's doing fine. Hunting season is still open. It'll close up next Saturday, and everybody's looking forward to a little snow so they can track their deer and see the deer and sneak around a little quieter. Let's hope that everybody gets their 50 pounds worth of venison, which they pay about $400 for. By the time they get finished with their auto costs and their hunting licenses and their equipment and their guns and the ammunition, and then processing at another 50, 60 bucks, goes on and on and on. But it's great to be the great white hunter, and I did it myself. I have nothing to talk about. Now we have a little cabin up on the hill. My kids go up, and I contribute